Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Time for another video. For this video, we are talking about Zero Motivation Blueprint, how to show up consistently even when you don't feel like it, which is a huge struggle for a lot of you young, natural, skinny guys out there trying to put on drug-free muscle. So, real quick, I've been through these zero motivation days, but still showed up consistently. I know what it's like to have zero motivation and not feel like you want to go, but I promise you, after showing up consistently, your motivation will go up. I have achieved natural transformation through sheer discipline, not just desire. In other words, I used pure discipline to get my goals rather than just wanting to rely on motivation to achieve my goals. When it comes to my physique and my size as like a young natural skinny lifter, probably just like yourself. I'm young, probably relatable to you if you're watching this. I know what the daily battle can be like with your own mind. I've also counted countless others to push past excuses and build habits. I've got 15 years in the gym as a young, natural, skinny lifter, completely drug-free. I've got a decade's worth of research where I've found the exact triggers for powerful action. The promise in this video is I'm going to help you develop some really good consistency, even for days that are real tough. We're going to go over eliminate zero motivation cycle. That way you always have momentum. Help you achieve some sustainable growth, undeniable discipline, and profound pride in your consistency. The plan for the video is to expose the myth of constant motivation and give you some simple, actionable steps that you can take, show you the direct path to good consistency, and help you get results that are born from true discipline, not just desire and motivation. Motivation comes and goes. I know it can sometimes leave you stuck and you feel like you've got inconsistent progress. That sucks. You've probably skipped workouts, you probably missed meals, especially when you don't feel like it, and that sucks too. That takes a big part and a big toll in your gains and your progress. There's a chance you feel like you lack discipline, and self-doubt can sometimes start to creep in. Sometimes it may feel like others are easily achieving progress while, you feel like your progress is slowing down. You can sometimes wonder what their secret is. There's a good chance you're struggling to build habits, you fall off track easily, which can lead to frustration. So on the other end of that, I know all that stuff sucks, but I want you to imagine what it would be like to wake up mentally prepared for each day. You're ready for action regardless of your mood. Basically, you're just ready to kill the day. You're not worrying about motivation. You're just ready to go. I want you to imagine what it's like to consistently hit the gym, consistently smash your goals day after day and get after it. I want you to imagine what it's like to see unbroken progress day after day, week after week, month after month. I want you to imagine what it feels like to feel in control, disciplined, and proud of your unwavering commitment, and actually finally build a naturally built physique forged by relentless consistency. So if any of that stuff sounds cool to you guys, there's more information just like it. Feel free to check that out in the link in the description below. So let's go over a few things here. I'll try to keep it concise, try to keep it quick. The motivation myth, why relying on feelings fails. A lot of you young, natural, skinny guys out there, you wait for the feeling of being motivated. So sometimes, you sit around, you do nothing. And then you've got this little hit of motivation and you feel like doing something out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, I should go work out. Maybe you go work out for a day, a couple of days. Maybe you can go for a week straight. And then motivation starts to lack and you start skipping again. You start skipping the gym. You start giving up on your goals. Or you start treating consistency as something that's optional rather than required. So maybe you have a gym schedule and maybe you're supposed to go 3-4 days a week, but you feel like you don't consistently hit your gym days, and you feel like there's sometimes you skip them and you don't feel like going due to a lack of motivation. That sucks too. I know what that's like. There's a good chance you probably do that if you're still skinny and you're not putting on any size. A lot of you guys fall off track easily as well. Maybe you start out strong, but like I mentioned previously, you slow down, your progress starts to hinder. Maybe you're feeling like you're not getting stronger in the gym, so you're like, screw it. Maybe I'll skip a day here, skip a day there. Next thing you know, you've missed 2-3 weeks, and you've completely lost all your progress. Another issue is that a lot of you guys expect constant high energy. You're not going to have energy to go to the gym every single day, every single time you're supposed to go to the gym. There's going to be days where you feel slow, where you feel lethargic, where you feel like you want to skip, or where you feel like you're not as strong. That is completely normal. It happens to everybody, especially if you're a young, natural, skinny guy and you're trying to do this completely drug-free, so you're not on gear, you're not on steroids. You're definitely not going to feel strong and powerful every single day. So considering these few things, what are some steps we can do in order to fix it? Well, one is to stop skipping workouts just because your mood is low. I tell all my clients that progress is better than perfection. In other words, you can't expect to be absolutely perfect, hit every single workout with the most amount of energy, and basically get PRs every single time you go to the gym. There's going to be days where your mood is low, where you don't feel like going, where you've got no energy. But I tell my clients, just go to the gym, go get a workout in. I don't care if you don't perform your best, but at least you went. So you're building your discipline and you're still making progress. Eating off plan when stress hits. This is another issue that a lot of young, natural, skinny guys struggle with. Eating a lot of food and making sure you're getting your calories and your protein is hard when you're a young, natural, skinny guy, because you do need to, you need to eat a lot. You need to eat more than you're used to, and that can be hard to consistently do that day in, day out. But there's going to be days, just like when you don't feel like going to the gym, there's going to be days that you don't feel like eating. On those days, even though it's hard, I tell you guys, you just have to tough it out, get your calories in for the day, do it however you can, pound a gallon of milk if you need to get your calories in that way. Do a couple of like high calorie shakes if that helps too, or just eat something super high calorie like rice covered in olive oil and you'll get your calories in that way. Basically, my point here is that if you want to see progress and you actually want to get gains as a young, natural, skinny guy, you need to work on your discipline and not just rely on motivation for when it comes to the kitchen as well. You need to be just as disciplined in the kitchen as you are in the gym as well. The last thing is a lot of you guys, that fall off track easily. A tip you can take for, a lot of you guys start strong and you fade fast, like I mentioned earlier. Rather than starting strong, like a lot of you guys will get this sudden burst of motivation and you'll hit the gym for like a month straight. Like you'll go every day. Rather than doing that, I would rather have you, turn your gym goals and gym schedule into something more manageable, especially as a natural lifter. So you don't need to go to the gym every day. You can work out every day, but you don't need to train super hard, crazy every day. You're much better off as a natural lifter to dial down your frequency and figure out how often you can go to the gym while still giving yourself enough time between workouts to fully recover and fully rest. So that's a good tip you can take. Is for me personally, I've been lifting for 15 years naturally, and I only train twice a week. I do 2 full body workouts twice a week, and it's enough to bulk when I want to bulk. It's enough to maintain my size when I'm just maintaining, and even when I cut, that's the workout schedule I adhere to. Okay, that's about it for number 1. Let's go to number 2, the discipline drive, how to show up no matter what. So one thing you can do is to start implementing non-negotiable habits. So for a lot of you guys, you just rely on your motivation to show up for the gym. You just wake up in the morning and you just put on your clothes and go. And that works for some of you guys, but eventually your motivation is going to lack and you're going to need to implement some actual systems that you could use and apply to your discipline to help out as well. So some tips you could do, for example, is if you go to the gym in the morning, set your alarm every single morning for the days that you go to the gym. Wake up on time, don't snooze, wake up at the same time every day. And then another tip is like if you work out in the morning, lay your gym clothes out before. Do that every single time you have a workout in the morning. That way you're not waking up trying to figure out what to wear. You just wake up, throw your clothes on, and you go. If you do a shake in the morning before you go to the gym, make that shake the night before maybe so it's ready to go. A thing I do is I carry protein powder in my car. That way whenever I need it, I can just make it right away. It's super easy. So my point here is that I'm trying to say, use these systems and apply them like throughout your life for, that are related to the gym. That way things get easier. You're not just relying on motivation. Like I carry pre-workout in my car too. That way if I ever need pre-workout, I have it in my car. It's super accessible. I don't have to rely on like motivation to go make a shake, go make a pre-workout drink before the gym, like in my kitchen, in my house. Like it's already in my car. It's super easy. I build systems around the gym that make everything else as easy as possible. Focus on tiny actionable steps. So what are tiny actionable steps when it comes to the gym and when it comes to motivation and showing up consistently? Well, there's some of the things I just mentioned, like have reminders on your phone, put each gym day in the calendar. And then another thing is like I mentioned earlier, if you're not feeling it, like you're not feeling like you can go to the gym and kill a workout right now, I don't care that you can't kill a workout. I'd rather have you go, just show up, get the day over with and work out. You don't need a freaking PR every single time you go. If you can't, there's going to be days where your energy is low. On those days, I'd rather have you go to the gym, finish your workout, and build progress towards your discipline and your consistency for showing up, rather than worrying about hitting PRs that day. Another thing you can do is leverage external accountability. So what does that mean? That basically means if you've got any form of external accountability, try your best to use it. So for example, try to get a workout partner, someone that you work out with every time you go, because they'll help you stay accountable. They'll help you show up for the gym. There'll be days where you don't want to go, and you can have them send you a text like, dude, let's go. Come on, wake up. Like, we got to get this workout done with. Or if you can't get a workout partner, maybe you can have a workout group. You could work out as a group. Like, you might have a couple of guys that you work out with. That's even better than having just one workout partner, because you will all rely on each other and you all keep each other accountable. Another thing I recommend is joining a community. Personally, I have a school community that is private access, and it's filled with young, natural, skinny guys who are all trying to put on drug-free muscle too. And they're all pushing towards the same goals that you're probably pushing towards. That is building muscle as like young, natural, skinny guys. And they're all trying to do it drug-free just like yourself. So let's go over some steps. Basically, I already mentioned this one, set strict workout times. Like if you're going to have a gym, I put all my gym days in my calendar, even if they're the same each week. That way I get a reminder. I have that time blocked out. Like I never forget. I get a reminder on my phone. And just show up. Like I said, if you can't kill a workout, it's okay. Like you're not going to hit a PR every single time you go to the gym, but still go, show up and work on your discipline. Utilize peer support. So, have a workout partner, have a workout group, have a workout community, or if you want, check out my school community, that type of thing. I'll be linked in the description below. But that's basically it. Quick recap. We went over skipping workouts because your mood is low. We talked about still getting your calories in even though you're not hungry that day or if you don't feel like eating. We talked about being consistent in your schedule rather than just having sudden bursts of energy where you just go for a month straight. I'd rather have you go twice a week for the entire year. We talked about setting strict workout times, so put your workouts in your calendar, have reminders on your phone. We talked about just showing up, so even if you don't feel like you can kill a workout, still go and still work on your progress and discipline. And we talked about utilizing peer support, so workout partners, workout groups, school community, etc., etc. So that's a good recap. Hopefully you guys got a few tips, a few ideas there of some things you can implement to work on your motivation for how to show up consistently for the gym. If you're looking for more, I have a complete A to Z program that covers literally everything you could possibly need as a young, natural, skinny lifter. Young, natural, skinny guy who is trying to put on drug-free muscle. If that sounds like you, it's something you definitely need to check out. Inside there, you can find things. I have modules and courses on mindset, nutrition, recovery, things like optimization, sleep schedule, etc., form, technique, all sorts of things. It's a private school community. It's a brotherhood where you'll be surrounded by guys just like yourself, other young, natural, skinny guys who are trying to build drug-free muscle as well too. There's no hidden fees, guaranteed consistency. You'll get help from me, direct access from me, like things you could text me, phone call me if you want, post in the school community, and I always read all the school posts that are in there. So if that kind of thing sounds interesting to you, feel free to check it out. It's completely free. You can schedule a one-on-one call with me. It's basically a strategy session where we can talk about your goals. We can talk about what works for you, what hasn't been working for you, and we can talk about a future plan of how to get you closer towards your goals. So, like I said, if that sounds cool, I'll put the link in the description below. Feel free to check that out. If not, peace out. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.